So King Zedekiah, he made a covenant with all the people that were at Jerusalem to proclaim liberty unto them. To proclaim liberty unto them. He made a promise with them. He said, I'm going to proclaim liberty unto you, man. Jerusalem is surrounded. They're about to be taken down. Show them what you got, huh?
Jeremiah 34:9.
Yes?
That every man shall let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being a Hebrew or an Hebrewess, go free.
Right?
That none should serve himself of them to wit of a Jew his brother.
Right?
Now when all the princes and all the people which had entered into the covenant heard that everyone should let his manservant and everyone his maidservant go free, that none should serve themselves of them anymore.
Right?
Then they obeyed and let them go.
Then they obeyed and let them go. Hold that.
Galatians 2:4.
Right, give me that, come back, give me that Leviticus 25. Leviticus 25. Put that up at check the camera out. Me and the camera.
Alright, thank you very much.
You can always move that to shit.
Leviticus 25:6.
Yeah.
And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy kindred,
Come on.
and for thy kindred servant, hired servant,
Right.
and for the stranger that sojourneth with you,
Right? Come on.
and for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in thy land,
Right.
shall all the increase thereof be meat.
Right?
And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years, and the space of 7 Sabbaths of years shall
Right.
be unto thee 49 years.
49 years, read on.
Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound.
Jubilee, baby. It's Jubilee, read on.
And on the 10th day of the 7th month, in the day of the atonement, shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land.
Come on.
And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land, unto all the inhabitants thereof.
And proclaim liberty throughout all the land, unto all the inhabitants thereof. Everybody gets to return to their place. Read the next verse.
And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you,
Right.
and ye shall return every man unto his possession,
Right.
and ye shall return every man unto his family.
Right, you should return every man unto his possession, and every man going to be returned unto his family. That's what happened in the year of Jubilee. That is supposed to happen in the year of liberty. The 50th year of Jubilee is the year that they proclaim liberty unto the brethren. Show them what you got out.
Still one more, that Jeremiah.
Yeah, finish it to the end.
Jeremiah 34:11. But afterwards they turned and caused the servants and the handmaids whom they had let go free to return.
Give me back 9.
Jeremiah 34:9. That every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being a Hebrew or an Hebrewess, go free.
This is Jeremiah. We're back in the time of Nebuchadnezzar and King Zedekiah, where the Jerusalem is surrounded by armies, by the enemy, and they get ready to take it down. Jeremiah came and talked to Zedekiah the king and said, proclaim liberty. So Zedekiah and all the princes, they proclaimed liberty to the captives, to their brothers and sisters who they had in bondage. Read on.
That none should serve himself of them, for which a Jew his brother. Now when all the princes and all the people which had entered into the covenant heard that everyone should let his manservant and everyone his maidservant go free,
Right.
that none should serve themselves of them anymore,
Right.
then they obeyed and let them go.
Then they obeyed and let them go. Read on.
But afterwards they turned and caused the servants and the handmaids whom they had let go free to return, and brought them into subjection for servants and for handmaids.
So now, after they agreed with them and let them go, what happened? Nebuchadnezzar and all the other armies, they lifted up, raised up. The Lord made them move out, made them stop surrounding Jerusalem. And right after that, these wicked cats, they took them back, their own brother and sister, and took them back into subjection and made them servants and handmaids. Read on out.
Jeremiah 34:12.
And check out where this leads us to. Read it.
Therefore, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the power of Israel, I made a covenant with your fathers, in the day I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt,
Right.
out of the house of bondmen, saying, At the end of 7 years, let ye go every man his brother, a Hebrew, which hath been sold unto thee.
Right?
And when he hath served thee 6 years, thou shalt let him go free from thee, for your fathers hearkened not unto me, neither inclined their ear.
They didn't hearken, they didn't incline their ear. But they said, that's what we read in Leviticus, the 25th chapter, that you're supposed to let your brothers and your sisters go free in the year of Jubilee. Let them go free. They don't have to be servants to you anymore. Read on that.
Jeremiah 34 and 14.
Right?
Excuse me, and 15. And you were now turned and had done right in my sight.
You would turn and you did the right thing in the Lord's sight. And he took the armies up off Jerusalem and made them stop surrounding. Read on that.
In proclaiming liberty.
Right?
Every man to his neighbor.
They proclaim liberty, every man to his neighbor. Read it.
And ye have made a covenant before me in the house.
Right?
Which is called by my name.
And you made a covenant, a promise in the face of the Lord. You made a pact in the face of the Lord. He bear witness. Read it out.
Jeremiah 34 and 16.
Right.
But you turned and polluted my name, because every man is servant, and every man is handmaid, whom you have made, whom you have set at liberty at their pleasure to return, and brought them into subjection, to be unto you for servants and for handmaids.
So you flipped on the Lord. You turned. That's what they did. They turned and brought them back into subjection. Here how the Lord dealt with that. This is liberty that's been taken away. Show us what you got.
Jeremiah 34:17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, ye have not hearkened unto me, in proclaiming liberty everyone to his brother.
You didn't proclaim liberty to your brethren. And after the 50th year in the year of Jubilee, you're supposed to proclaim liberty to your brothers and sisters. Don't use them for servants and handmaids no more. But they didn't do that. They rejected that. They made the deal, and then they flipped on the Lord and took them back into subjection. Read it out.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, you have not hearkened unto me in proclaiming liberty, every man to his brother,
right,
and every man to his neighbor.
Okay.
Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you.
The Lord said He's going to proclaim a liberty for you. Check this liberty out that He gave to us. It says that one didn't go down. Read on.
Saith the Lord, to the sword, to the pestilence,
to the sword, to the pestilence,
and to the famine,
and to the famine.
And I will make you to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
And you're going to be slaves in every kingdom of the earth. And that's where you're at right now today. You're all over the world. You're slaves. The so-called Negroes, West Indians, Puerto Ricans, on down to the Mexicans. Spread out in the earth. You're slaves all over the earth. And you're like an embarrassment to the Lord. Wherever you're at. Wherever you're at. Read on now.
Jeremiah 34 and 18.
Right.
And I will give the men that have transgressed my covenant, which have not performed the words of the covenant.
Check this out.
Which they have made before me.
Right. All these brothers that didn't do what they promised to do with their own brethren. The Lord said He got a deal for them because they blatantly and directly went against His word.